everybody. I'm just carrying my big pot with some water in it to make some stock. It's a 14 liter pot. So I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to put stuff in it. I'm just grabbing my coffee and computer here so I can see what's going on. If there's any chat. I figured I'd start that off this morning because my husband wants hot and sour soup for supper tonight. So instead of using either store-bought or pre-canned stock, I'm going to just make a fresh batch. Since you saw it in my freezer inventory Friday from the one up here, I'm going to I have bones and stuff like that. So, hey BJ Hunting. So from the freezer in the garage, I had a baggie of some vegetables that I use for stuff. There's 2 bags in here. Not too bad. I have one kid sick home, so not so happy about that. But I'm going to make some chicken stock, so that'll actually be good for her. And, oh yes, in here, and I'm emptying some bags of random bones and stuff. But I'm not going to do the hand bone ones that you saw in my freezer last week. I'm going to do the chicken bone ones. There we go. Because I'm making an Asian soup tonight. I think it's either my hot and sour soup or my Asian soup. So I'm just dumping. Hello, everybody. So I'm just dumping. Oh, that's a piece of paper. Stuff into the pot. Yep, don't forget to hit thumbs up. And then we're going to go. Need 2 hands to do this. So in here is like a turkey neck from Christmas. Oops, don't want. And the giblets or whatever was in the turkey. And then I have turkey bones. Oops. Turn off my volume. So there we go. And I'll just get this going. So yes, there's bones. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of parsley and cilantro stems to throw in there. Because that's why yesterday I picked up parsley. I thought it was all parsley. It's... Hey Google, what's the temperature today?
In Ottawa today, expect a high of 28 and a low of 14.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be hot today too. 28. I just turned off the AC because it was actually cool in the house. So I have these. I thought it was all parsley, but it ended up being mostly cilantro that I picked up at the store, marked down bin. So It's lunches today, so that's just going to help flavor my broth. See, there's chicken bones and some beets or whatever, onion skins, lots of stuff. Never the same way twice. So, oh, I'll throw some bay leaves in there, because that all gets drained out anyways at the end. There. I put a hot pepper in there just to give it a little oomph. Where's the bay leaves? Here. Did I have them out already? Oh yeah, maybe I had them out for spaghetti sauce over here. I forgot to put them back because that's, yep, I did. The bay leaves. Since it's all going to get drained out, may as well flavor it. And I'll put some garlic cloves all the way whole. Oh, thank you. Now I'm just going to put, do I have a lid? Do I have a lid for it? Yes, I do. My lid's here. So that's just going to cook for a couple of hours and see how that goes. I don't know what a WLAN repeater is. It might be, I don't know why. Because we have a good connection internet here. But my husband could be downloading stuff while he's away. But I'm unsure. I'm just going to grab my computer. No, wait, that's... Hey, Donna. Good morning. I'm just going to bring my computer down and then I'll grab my coffee. We can chat while I check out my freezer in the basement, which will be scarier than my freezer in the upstairs fridge. Because I've cleaned at least the upstairs fridge at Christmas time. The one in the basement I have not for a while. Hey Google, turn on lights.
You got it. Turning 6 lights on.
So now, because I don't have forehand, I need to grab my coffee. Sorry. I was walking up and down stairs. Just grab my cord from my computer. Disturbing the cat. Yeah, when I do the freezer, I'm going to hopefully put it a bit higher too. And grab my coffee, which I heated up because it got cold. So how's everybody's morning so far? Donna's in Alabama's in the house. BJ's in Ontario as well. So he's a fellow Canadian. Sorry about that. Don't know why my computer went wonky. Not my computer, my phone. So, just sit for a second. Have a sip of coffee. So I'm in my basement. We have hue lights so I can change the colors of the lights. You want to see that? Hey Google, turn the lights red.
Okay, changing 6 lights to red.
Hey Google, turn the lights purple. Thought Travis had to go into work early day, but it turns out today and tomorrow he goes. Oh yes, he works in the. Well, that's the purple. Hey Google, turn the lights blue.
You got it, changing 6 lights to blue.
Hey Google, turn the lights green.
You got it, changing 6 lights to green.
Hey Google, turn the lights orange.
You got it, changing 6 lights to orange.
Hey Google, turn the lights white.
Sure, changing 6 lights to white.
Hey Google, turn the lights teal.
Okay, changing 6 lights to teal.
Yeah, they're kind of bluey green. Actually, that color does well with the color of my basement. Peach. Hey Google, turn the lights peach.
Okay, changing 6 lights to peach.
Apparently it liked the girl voice this time. So yeah, they're light orangey. Hey Google. Hey Google, turn the lights teal.
Okay, changing 6 lights to teal.
See, that's not too bad coloring wise. Going up and down the stairs, and I've been up since 5:30. Yeah, so those are the Hue lights, and we have them hooked up with the Google, and they're LED ones, so they change color. They're expensive light bulbs, but they're supposed to last like something like 10 years. So far, they've lasted 4 years. And you can have apps on your phone that you can make it go like fireworks or have it go towards the music so the lights can change. I did have it on my old phone. I have to download it again and figure it and reconnect it. So, but yeah, because we're just darn lazy and we don't want to get up and turn off the lights at the light switch. We want to get lights similar to these throughout the house. We're trying different products. Like these ones are hue lights, so you can only have so many hues on a bridge for them, but you can get like LED lights that you just have your app and you can check on the phone and turn them on and off. Because my house is awful of turning off lights in this house. Even though I've changed most of the lights upstairs just to LEDs, like from Walmart, the cheaper ones. It saves a lot of energy and stuff when people forget to turn off the lights. But say, for example, my youngest daughter, she can't see at all. So sometimes people leave the lights on and she can leave the room and she doesn't know the lights are on or off, right? Since she didn't necessarily turn them on. And personally, like sometimes she'll go take a bath or whatever, she doesn't turn the lights on. I personally turn the lights on for her because I have issues of her being in the bathtub in complete darkness. Even though she can't see them, it's for my own mental health, I guess. Teal is very nice. Takes away the glare of the pure white. Awesome. Yeah, and my basement color scheme, we didn't renovate the basement. The previous owner did. So the walls are a dark teal, dark green with yellowy accents like the doors, and the wall coming downstairs is yellow. Like so, it's yellow and teal. We used to have a teal carpet, but then we had a flood down here, so now it's like a beige carpet. The color's not bad, but I would never have chose these color schemes. But it's nice, the yellow in my husband's office, it makes it brighter. So because he doesn't like a lot of light, so when he has a little bit of light, it kind of is enough for him to see. And you can change the brightness of the lights too. With the hue lights, you can put them at 10% or 100% or whatever. Or just turn one light on, or we have, what, 6 here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6. But I just wish we had a light. Actually, we should see if there's a light I could change there. If someone needed help in hearing. Exactly, and I just have it in my head that there should be light. Whether she needs it or not, I just think it's just wrong to take a bath in complete darkness. I mean, I've taken baths with candles or whatever where it's like calming and stuff like that, but complete darkness, I don't know. I know I've been in the bathtub before when there's been a power outage. I didn't like it. I got out of the bathtub pretty darn quick. So, I'm gonna see what I can. I'm gonna show you my freezer down here, because that's my goal today, is to do this freezer. Oh, my mug says WWJD, and it says, "What would Jen do?" My friend got it for me from. See, the problem is there's a light bulb here, but I have to change it. Well, I hope you have a great day, BJ. I'm going to go change and get a light bulb, because that one's dead. See, my walls are yellow down here. So it's kind of like a joking type thing, but also she got, I did a Bible study on Monday nights, and she brought a big mug to Bible study once, and I kept on taking it for my coffee, and she said I couldn't take it, so she bought me a big mug that was mine to have there. So, see, I get these lights when they were on sale for like $1 at Walmart here in Canada, so they go on sale in September. And then they have usually these coupons, well, at least here in Ontario, they had these coupons for energy efficient lights that you got like 50 cents off. So I either got them for $1 or 50 cents. So okay, I'm gonna try orange, the light bulb here. There's just too much stuff here. Here, I'm gonna put you on top of my fridge, and you'll see me on my stool. Ah! The joys of being short. And our basement has pretty high ceilings here. Even where the vents for the air. Let's see. Good morning, retired and prepping. Okay, why? That's a new light bulb. Why is this not working? Hello. I just changed the light bulb, but it's not working. Let me check the breaker box. Need some light. No. Where's that? Fridge, basement. Basement lights. It's alright. I guess I can't figure. No notifications this time? Oh, that sucks. My Master Bath has these tiny round light bulbs over the mirror. What will happen? You could buy those online. I know also at our dollar store they had these tiny with the tiny bases. We used to have a chandelier light in our living room that had these tiny different bulb bases and get try online. Like if you could take one out, you could kind of see like the name of the brand or whatever, and you can Google it. Amazon is awesome for finding crap that you need. So, okay, so I tried to put light in there, but there's no. I don't want to order light bulbs online. I want to buy them locally. Don't want them shipped broken either. True. Well, if they get broken, you can get your money back, or they reship them. And they're usually like from our experience, we've got a bunch of things like glass stuff shipped to us, and they've been pretty good at not breaking. When there has been stuff broken, like we had at Christmas time, I got hey Missy from Texas, you should just change your YouTube name. It's silly. But hey Missy from Texas. Yeah, well those little lights I was still able to get them at the dollar store. So you should check out your dollar store. Take one of the dead ones in, and they're incandescent. Yep, our dollar store had them too. But take one into your dollar store or like Walmart or like a home hardware type store or Lowe's. I'm sure you could find them there. Well, these ones. So I tried to change a light bulb above my fridge, but I can't seem to get it working. I don't know why. There's two lights that aren't working here. So, and they're on, I think, the same switch. Who knows? Like with these ones, like they would, but they don't turn on. I don't know. I'm not an electrician, and I don't want to pay for one. So it's not quite a priority. So I'm going to be going into my basement fridge. I'll show you not my fridge, my freezer. My basement here is a mess. Just trying to make room of things that are here. And I'll show you my fridge and freezer. So, there we go. So this is my fridge, which is a mess. So it's a side by side. So I'm going to go and organize this side of the freezer, which has not been done in forever. So, hey, get to the farm. First I'm going to close this. I'm disorganized today. I forgot my list, which is upstairs, which I started on the upstairs freezer. Plan to try Lowe's, then Home Depot. Yeah, we have Lowe's and Home Depot here too. So those ones are pretty good. You can try online at those ones too. You can Google in their search thing. So I haven't made the soup with the ham bone. Right now, I'm making broth with the chicken bones. I'll go show you that since I'm up here. My family was not in the mood to have ham bone soup. So I'm like, okay, so right now, I have the chicken bones. Hey, I think Red Dragon from Korea, I believe. How's it going? So in this pot, I have chicken bones, I have a turkey neck. As you can see, I have a bunch of cilantro and parsley stems, veggies that were in my freezers. A whole bunch of No, but you could check on like the Home Depot website and you could see if they have them on stock. Like you could Google them. So there's like the stems I had bought yesterday, some parsley, which I thought was all, like it was marked down. I thought it was all parsley, but it was parsley and cilantro. So I chopped the cilantro and I put it in the freezer because we don't use cilantro that often. And the parsley I made tabbouleh with. Yes, I'm just showing you my the Ciabatta stock. So I'm using one thing of bones and one thing, two things of veggie scraps in there, and it's going to cook all day. Well, at least till lunchtime. I was doing something. Came up here. Oh yeah, my list and pen. Well, so that's the thing. It's something that there's a genetic thing that either you like cilantro or you don't. You either think that cilantro tastes like soap, or you think cilantro tastes good. Unless you like the taste of soap. Oh, yeah, I'm getting a battery from my phone, so it'll be charged. Oh yeah, there's some carrot tops and stuff in there. There's a whole bunch of veggie scraps. So like a lot. So there's some kale, there's some peppers tops and carrot tops and celery bottoms or tops. So that's what I do. I put all my scraps of veggies that are like not rotten, of course, but like just the ends that are dry or wrinkly or old. I'll throw my old veggies in there too, just to seep out all the vitamins that I can. So I ever see people use cilantro? No, I love using cilantro. So I have a wonderful freezer meal that you could do. Cilantro lime chicken. Oh, MG is to die for. Also cilantro in lentil soup. You can make it like a curried, like I think it's called multigani soup. Like it's Indian. It's called multigani soup or something like that. Multi something soup. And there's lentils and vegetables, and you use cilantro in there on the top. I've never tried cilantro with beans. Sorry. In a bean salad, a cold, like a mixed bean salad, there's been cilantro and parsley. But, yes, cilantro on Indian dishes, like curry and stuff. That's when I usually pick up cilantro, is when I am making curries and stuff like that. So, Mexican pinto beans. Cool. So I'm going to try something here. No, we can't see the fridge this way. I'm just trying something to see how you could see the freezer. Do, 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 do. In my list. I'll put that down here. Will you be able to see? Okay. I'm gonna have to move it this way. Your work today? Well, it is Monday, so that means you probably have a decent Monday to Friday job. Okay. Well, I will just... So I'm going to switch you around so you can see inside here. Oh, yes, it's Memorial Day for you guys. We had our holiday last Monday. Oh, that sucks. That's not so fun. So, okay. We are going to organize this. It kills me. Got my little stool. I should make some oatmeal applesauce. Ooh! I haven't made muffins in a long time. I usually make it for when I go to coffee break and stuff. But, here, maybe I could put a flashlight on. Might see better. No, can't do a flashlight at the same time. So here's my freezer. It's packed. Actually, there's a little bit left on, and then there's some stuff on the door here. So this I'm going to be using this month. I picked this up like, I think it was January, no, February. Frozen conch meat. Absolutely have not had this in years, but I want to make a conch salad, which is like a ceviche. So I will break that down. A new page. So that at least I will have a good inventory of what is actually in this freezer. Because I'm doing groceries on milk and very low on eggs and bread. I need to bake some bread. Yeah, I'm doing groceries on Thursday because that's when my ride's available. And then I won't do again for another 2 weeks. Ceviche, yes. So conch salad is like a ceviche. I have never actually made it. It's my dad used to make it, and I loved it. So, no, I don't drive. We don't own a car, don't drive. So I have some stuffed chickens. I think there should be 4 of those ones. 2, 3. Yeah, we Uber and we Lyft too, or we bus. It's usually I have 3 of those, and 1, 2, 3, so 6. Conch. Yeah, you know the meat that's inside the shell that you hear the ocean in? That's seafood. My dad always called it conch. So that's 7. Sorry, counting the chicken. 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 of these so far. There's more. 11. And some shrimp dumplings. So chicken. Let's write that down. The conch. Oh, thanks to Carfa. Ooh. Yeah, I don't have my license. And we just don't have the money to own a car. It's just not in our budget. Yeah, you utilize Lyft. Oh, what's in here? She's pronouncing So this is breakfast egg cups. I should label that. I'm awful at labeling stuff. Well, here in Ottawa, Uber's been around for a couple of years, just like about 2 years, and Lyft just came here like in March. And we take Uber or Lyft on Sundays when we go with my in-laws. And we always ask the drivers, like, what they do full time, or do they do this full time. There's been a couple of the drivers that they do it full time and they make enough money to live off of, that they quit their full-time job, like working retail and stuff. So lots of conch around Panama. We just didn't eat it. Too much free bass. Having those two options for transportation is great. Yes. And we got one ice cream, which is my daughter's one, because I need some dumplings. Oh. Because we're having that for supper. Dumplings, these dumplings with hot and sour soup. I'm just going to try and organize it. See, and we got like 2 chicken burgers. What's with that? 2. More deli meat. And more butter. I got butter every time it was on sale for like under $3, like $2.88 a pound. And that's what I got. Oh, what's back here? See, the problem is I don't label things. Sometimes I do. It's either squash or a smoothie mix. I'll have to look at it in better light. Oh, more beef balls for soup. So that's good. What's back here? And chili. Oh, stuff for soup. I'm actually going to keep that there. And that's squash. You don't see the smell of ocean, don't order the fish. It's safer that way. Yep. So, I know we have, I'm just going to put this back here. There's my list. Oops. So much down. Yeah. Ugh, scared me. My ice machine pooped. Ah. Chili squash. There we go. Another hungry man. Actually, that one I might eat for lunch today, because it's been in there for a while. So, just take that out. What's in here? Ooh, beef pot pie filling. How exactly? So, I would love to organize by type, But what I'm hoping to do is to have, eventually, this is my freezer that I want to do for freezer meals and go-to stuff, because it's the narrower freezer shelves, and it's not very functional for big things. So I have some time trying to save. So I'm going to try and organize like meals on one shelf. So eventually, by the end of June, this will hopefully be really organized with freezer meals. Right now, I'm just inventorying the stuff and trying to put like items together. So on here, I put the chili and the soup stuff and the squash to be used for soups. Okay. And I'm going to put the beef pot pie here because it's kind of like a stew. That's a freezer meal. Beef pot pie. Car needs repairs because I also wait until they gotta pay their taxes. Also includes 2 naps plus tires, oil. So I'm gonna put this in there. And see, I have a bunch of the dumplings, which I'm going to be using some for supper tonight. And I've got like things like phyllo pastry, which I want to use to make some samosas. I can make the dough too, but I wanted to... Oh, that's not a chicken, stuffed chicken. I'm going to put the stuffed chickens in a little container to put in here. They just fall over the place. Tune-ups. Well, you need to have 2 naps as well. We have 1 chicken biscuit thing from... And more deli meat. See, I'm going to try and organize these. See, and then there's some muffins. I should probably take these out for tomorrow for my kids for their lunches, because they've been in there for a while. As I said, it's been a while since I made muffins, so finding muffins in my freezer means that they've been there for a while. A Jamaican patty, and another stuffed chicken. 100 went for insurance on the old car. Not making enough to prop. Yes, autocorrect is definitely funny sometimes. What's in here? Oh, more dumplings. So we'll have a nice selection of dumplings for supper tonight. More dumplings. Ticked no car, but hey. I have teenage... Nice duck. This is chicken, I think. See, my problem? I'm awful at labeling, so I think I'm going to be using that for my soup today. May as well. It's been in my freezer forever. And so this shelf I've organized. Canned potatoes, canned chicken, canned peas, and carrots cream soup. You should pick up evaporated milk in a can and keep it in stock. I use that all the time, especially when I make my baked mac and cheese. And if I run out of cream, like say for example, if I ran out of cream today and I'm not doing groceries till Thursday, I'll usually open up a can of evaporated milk to have in my coffee. Oh yes, I love my Instant Pot. You should look my video I just uploaded yesterday. I used my Instant Pot for most of my prep and some of my meals for my freezer meals. Like I used it to just cook up the ground beef while I did other stuff. So this is still leftover birthday cake. I'm going to put that down here. That was only from... Yep, it's up. I just put it up yesterday? Saturday. By the time Hurricane Alberto arrives here. Late tonight. I don't remember. Yeah, we don't... once the hurricane... when the hurricanes come up, we don't get them. We just get severe rainstorms. Sometimes we lose power, but usually. I have some extra crispy fries. Oh, so this is what I was saying earlier. So, end of last summer, these bacon rounds, natural bacon, they made them in circles, great for burgers. They marked them down to $2. They're like more than a pound, and I've cooked them up just by themselves, and they can stay in circles. But these are normally like $7. Crazy, eh? I do not have one either. I use one at my patient's house. Love Instant Pot. I got it for Christmas. But you can also get the not Instant Pot, like there's a Consorti and stuff which are cheaper, which works just the same. Very cool. I'm going to hit like 107. Wow. Hey Google, what is 28 degrees Celsius?
28 degrees Celsius equals 82.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's going to be 82, 83 today. Okay, so this is for the bacon. Erg, I need a new body. Mine's falling apart here. So I'm going to put, yes, I have like random 4 pierogies. Let them move these down. Very cool. And I have pizza bites. Put the bacon down here. I still have tomatoes. I used up like 2 or 3 bags of tomatoes doing my freezer meals, and I still have a bag of tomatoes. What is your maker? And I have a flatbread. I'm just looking at this freezer. I keep on thinking of new things to make. I need to have like 18 suppers. Sure, what shall we going to do? Pizza pockets, pizza bites. 2 times bacon rounds. Those are good for burgers. A flatbread. Tomatoes. I'm gonna change out the get some freezer tape and put it on the things before they get frozen. Yes. Well, I have labels and I do that sometimes, but sometimes I get too rushed and I put it in the freezer thinking I'll come back, and I never come back. Also painter's tape works too. Drawer right in my freezer containers to put bags and labels. That is a great idea. I should put a little thingy of a Sharpie and tape. So I'm going to take out this baking soda and put a fresh one in. I'm just going to close this for now. There. And I'm going to get a new baking soda. Yeah, what's another thing about helping with stuff? Because sometimes we get like stuff in the freezer, won't work on the lid if it's already cold or frozen or what. Plastic. I know painters. So if I have to label stuff before I put them in. That is my problem. Is that I don't always remember to do that. Okay, I'm just gonna sit down for a second. I want to sip up my coffee, and then I will continue to do. Stay. Got a new. Hey. Okay, because I've used painter's tape, you know, the green stuff, and you can write on that and it stays on the container. I label leftover from being a convenience store deli, but hubby doesn't. Clean and organize the freezer. Yes, oh, I found also you can use a black Sharpie marker on your mason jars, on glass jars on the outside, and it rubs off. I'll actually put the date here. What month? Well, here, I'll just do January, February, March, April, May. I'll put for June. We lost electricity for days, and I lost everything in my fridge and freezer, so I'm not one to stock up a whole bunch. Yeah, we've been lucky when we've lost power. I've only lost power once for 3 days, and it was in January, and we actually didn't lose the stuff in the freezer. Because it was cold, we took the stuff from the freezer and put them in Rubbermaid bins and put them outside, and coolers and stuff. And the stuff in the fridge, we lost some stuff. But we ended up putting some of the stuff that was in the fridge actually in the freezer because it was actually colder than the fridge. And we cooked up a bunch of food. We had a lot of like very eclectic meals of stuff that was starting to defrost for like days. But when we lost power for 3 days, it was middle of January, and we ended up staying at my in-laws for the last day. You could never do that. True. True. When we've lost power, it's been more of like a day, and my deep freezer never defrosted at all. My fridge freezer, a couple of things started defrosting around the edge, so we just made sure we ate them that day. Like, you know, we just cooked them up. A good tip for your freezer is to put a cup with some water in it and freeze it, and then put a penny on the top. And then that way, if your freezer does defrost, the penny will sink and you could see where it defrosted. I love the Thrive dehydrated foods, but not the pyramid type sales. Exactly. So the dehydrated foods are great. I've tasted them, and they're good. And you can get them at you can get a brand at Costco. You have to order them online. Like sometimes I've seen them in the stores. Like they'll have them periodically, but you can order. I've seen them. You can order them online. But again, it's a pyramid type thing. It's more of like you get people underneath you. It's the same with any of the multi-level marketing. But if you want it for yourself, you could be a consultant with the Thrive stuff, and then you get a discount. But you have to put in like an order, like I think every month or something like that to keep your account. But the dehydrated foods, I've seen like Big Family Homestead and that, um, and they give out like honest reviews on certain, like some of them they don't like, but most of them they do. They uh, reconstitute stuff, and it saves, it's great for prepping, great for, stuff like that. But it might actually be cheaper for you if you could invest in, um, not a dehydrator, the thing, the freeze dryer, freeze dryer, freeze dried stuff. So you could invest like in one of those. I think they're a few $100s. Has ever got? It was 122. Holy crap! That's really high. I've never. I mean, it's never gone that high here. But you can invest in a freeze dryer and do it yourself. But then there's work and stuff involved. But I know some people who do the Thrive stuff or any type of freeze dried foods, as their main grocery stuff, and they like it, and it saves the convenience, and then there's not a lot of waste because it's already freeze dried, and they just use it. But I can't afford, like, because each of those tins are like 20 or something dollars or more, like the more for the meats, right? And I just can't afford that chunk of change on things with the way that we currently eat, you know. But it would be great. I contemplated that when my kids were in scouts and stuff, buying some of that stuff to make my own, you know, dehydrated meals for camping and stuff like that versus buying them already pre-made, because buying them pre-made is expensive. But I never got around to doing it. And then my kids got out of scouts for because I got too busy with school. No, I'm gonna put a fresh baking powder, um, doodad. I get my baking powder at Costco. Usually, it's usually the best price. I get like 6 of them for under $5. At our grocery store, even the no name versus Arm and Hammer, the store brand version, I can maybe get them for 89 cents if I'm lucky. But usually they have 6 for like 4.89 at Costco, which ends up being cheaper. And it's Arm and Hammer. So I just have to remember to actually replace them in the freezer. Okay, maybe I should make the chicken pot pie. Ooh, yum. That sounds yummy. I love chicken pot pie. My family loves chicken. Well, my family, except for my husband, likes chicken pie or beef pot pie. Hubby's not big on stewed meats and vegetables mixed together because he finds that the carrots or whatever flavors the meat or the meat flavors the carrot. Like, he doesn't like carrots. Um, and he doesn't like things mixed together. Like, he's not a big stew person. The closest thing he'd have is like meat and potatoes mixed together, but he doesn't want like the carrots and the celery and other things. He will. Yes. So, man, my husband doesn't like stew. Well, so that well, I'm putting it in the freezer to absorb any odors that will happen in there. Because I don't know about you, but I find sometimes the freezers have odors. Yeah. Well, I pick up a 6 pack. Usually, one will be like used for food and baking and stuff, and the other ones would be in the fridges and freezers every so often, every few months, maybe 2, 3 times a year. The canned chicken would you buy next to the canned tuna, and the story works well. True. What I also do is I can my own chicken. So I have a pressure canner, and when chicken goes on sale, I buy a bunch of it. I have a video of me canning chicken on my channel. I buy a whole bunch of it, either debone it if it's on bones, put stuff into the jars raw, pressure can it for 60 or 90 minutes. I'll have to look at my instructions for it. And it tastes superb, and it has its own juices. The canned chicken one I make. True, but also I pressure can my own chicken. I have used the canned chicken. The better ones are the ones from Chunks, like I can get at Costco. The ones that are all flaked at the store, the cheaper stuff, my family's not too fond of. They find them too salty. But when I do my own canning of chicken, I just put a tiny bit of salt as the seasoning. Yeah, the Costco brand is like, you can't tell it's canned chicken. And if you ever have a pressure canner and you can your own, it's even better. Like, it tastes just like chicken that you cooked, you know? And it makes its own, like, broth from the juices of the chicken. I have some in my pantry upstairs. But I'm not canning anymore until I get a bunch on sale, and then I'll can some. I have, like, I think still 3 or 4. Sister lives on a farm, and when she does a lot of her own chicken and vegetables canning. Yes, I love pressure canning. Canned chicken also works well when you make... Yep, making chicken salad. Well, that's why I like having... that's why I like my canner. I like having things on my shelf so that in a pinch I can grab stuff off my shelf, and I know that I can make a meal. I've never put sweet pepper relish. See, my kids won't like celery or onions. They just like, when I make tuna salad for my youngest, it's tuna and mayo, salt, pepper. Same with chicken salad. Let's get back to that freezer. Oh, I smell my broth cooking upstairs. I'm like, what's that cooking? Yum. My kids are 17 and 15. My oldest just turned 17. They're 19 months apart, and they're girls. I'll put these down here. Tuna, Mrs. Dash. Oh, I usually put garlic too. My family likes garlic, so I'll put fries up there. Where's my pen? Where did I put my pen? Oh, I left it on the table. I forgot my pen on the table. I'm trying to write stuff down. Kind of helps if I have my pen. Yeah, I love garlic. My family, if you saw my grocery haul I uploaded, I got a kilogram of garlic at the store for $3.99. I've never seen Del Monte sweet pickle relish. We get relish. It's just regular relish. Chopped up dill pickles. Cool. Here's my freezer. I'm gonna put the dumplings all in on the top shelf. We love these soupy buns. They're pork-filled ones. You steam them. And these are pot stickers. Oh, it tastes like Del Monte's. Vlasic? I don't like Vlasic pickles. They taste weird. Put the butter on there too. Currently trying more low-carb paleo diet, so changing things up. Well, I found that that is a way for losing weight. It's been successful for me in the past, but it's not always budget friendly. Clausen in the refrigerator. And I will put the conch up here. The pickles too. Oh, I know. Like, you just can't. Budget friendly. Budget friendly is pasta. Pasta is not always that great. I'll put the single ice cream cone up there. I'll tell Abby to eat her ice cream. See, one time we had, so the package of ice cream comes in 4, but she wasn't hungry. So she had kerosene cucumbers. What's kerosene cucumbers? Oh, butter. I used to make a refrigerator picker. Those were the best. You did not can them. Oh yeah, we've done that too. Oh, pita pastry. I should put that up at the top too. We just do vinegar, salt, pepper, and cucumbers. Oh, yum. See, I like pulled pork, but my oldest daughter informed me she liked pulled pork, but nobody else does. So, those I'm still figuring out. No, down here. The only bin. Oh, there's another dumpling. I will put that up here so all the dumplings are together. Breakfast sausage. Put that with the bacon. Ooh. Eggnog fudge. This is yummy. Bad tasting pickles. Oh, okay. There they go. Love this stuff. Eggnog fudge. I made this not even last Christmas, the Christmas before. It has candied cherries in it and eggnog. Yum, yum, yum. True. Bacon, I always buy bacon. As you saw my freezer video that was on Friday, I had 4 things of bacon in the freezer. Plus I have 2 in the fridge. Plus 2 round bacons in here. I used to know a guy years ago. He hated potatoes. True. My husband's from New Brunswick, and he ate too much fish as a kid. Oh, Missy from... I can't remember where you're from. I enjoy you too. I swear I don't have that southern accent. I used to know a guy from years ago. Not years. Yes, so my husband's from New Brunswick. He was born there. And he hates fish. He does not like lobster. He does like shrimp. And he'll like clam strips, like fried clam strips. He'll have some fish a little bit, but not much. So I just emptied this, the only bin that's in the freezer. And I'm going to put the stuffed chicken in there. But I found in there a bunch of, I'm pretty sure that's fruit. I have to look at it in the light a bit better. And I have this container here of little freezies, which, and sauces. One more year I'll eat it. I just can't eat it too. It's the fudge is very, very rich, so I can't eat it, a lot of it. So I take off a bite every once in a while whenever I remember it's there. Ooh, there. I know, sorry. There, eggnog fudge. There. I'll try and open the fridge a bit. So I'm going to put the chicken burgers down here. And the stuffed chickens. It's a little bin, so. And the one and only Jamaican patty. I'll put that up here, so it's not quite in the back. So I'm going to have stuffed chickens down here with the freezies. This is going to be some freezer meals, whatever, like cooked meals, and then there's the ice cream cake there. Here is bacon and pizza pockets and breakfast, like breakfast sausage. Here's dumplings. So there's actually, and then here, still, I have hot peppers, Italian sausage, and cranberries, cheese strings, and sauces. Little, you know when you get egg rolls and the sauces. So, for some reason, it's actually looking better. But I haven't. There looks like a lot more room now that I've taken everything out. Well, see, these ones I bought recently at Costco. I couldn't fit the whole box in, so I took them out of the box. And then there was 3 from another time. My daughter loves them, my oldest, so I picked them up when they were at Costco. But I have another turkey neck. Another thing of stock another time. Oh yes, the breakfast. So I'll put that here. Those are breakfast sauce patties. Yes, I have lots of food. Yes, the cheese strings. They freeze well. Yes, I have lots of food. See, my thing is, I have food insecurities, right? So, when I was a kid, my mom was a single parent. My dad kept on taking off and emptying bank accounts. He was not a great dad for the early part of my life. So my mom had to work, and she didn't make a lot of money. Oh yeah, because I know why. There's not much light because I've been blocking the light bulb here with stuff. Here, I'll open this. So I always made it a point to have at least a couple months of food in my house. Yeah, he became a bit better, but, you know, he didn't pay child support or anything like that for a very long time. So, we had to... Oh, sorry. There we go. Light back. So, my mom had to use the food cupboard a lot of times, and like empty cupboards and fridges. So that is why when you see my fridge, it's packed solid, because I like to see it packed. Sometimes it gets too packed and it's unruly, but so this is why I'm going to be using up my stuff in my freezer, because I want to make room so it's more usable. And I've come to the realization that if I don't use the stuff, it just goes bad, gets freezer burnt, and it's a waste of money. So if I just keep it stocked, but not overly stocked, and use what I have, it will make more sense eventually. So I'm putting the deli meat here with stuff, and I think everything. Oh, I have to go look in the light for some of the stuff, because again, I have mystery things that I think are fruit. So, This looks actually significantly better than it did. There's actually space. I could actually put stuff here. And even my bin down there, there's still room. But I have to go finish making my list of what I just put in there. But I need to close my freezer so it doesn't all defrost as well. There we go. Close my door. Did I put my pen? Where did I put my pen? Oh. Erg. Okay. Oh, my phone's gonna die here. Plug it in. There we go. Do you shop from empty cupboards and fridge and exactly make me nervous? I get like almost a pan. So my in-laws tend to have fairly empty fridge, like, you know, there's lots of space. It gives me a tiny bit of anxiety. They have a full cupboard, but they actually clean out their fridge and freezer every summer. So they clear out the freezer and they'll give me whatever's left in the freezer usually, so they can turn off the freezer when they go away for 2 weeks or something. Sometimes we can only buy groceries twice. So I only buy groceries twice a month usually. Do you shop from some weeks, save money for a week? So that's what I'm doing for June. So toilet paper running low. I have 4 bathrooms, so I'm always buying the big packs of toilet paper. And that's one thing. I will go to the store if we run out, but I usually make sure there's a lot of toilet paper, just in case. Especially, like, you never know when somebody's going to get sick and stuff, right? So I do shop from home. I do, like, shop my shelves and shop my freezer. Just, I haven't been doing it very successfully lately, and been shopping and buying stuff that I haven't known what was in my freezer. So I've been buying doubles or triples stuff. So that's why I'm like, I wanted to make an inventory of my basement freezer, my upstairs freezer, make some room, eat those things out, because they have been there the longest. My big deep freezer, the stuff at the top is fairly new. The stuff below, I will get to that. That one's a much more undertaking. Like, so far, this took an hour just to go through the freezer. I have 2 kids. They're 17 and 15. And they're girls. They're 19 months apart. So, also a lot of this food will be eaten in June, because I'm writing it down here. And then once I know it's here, I will make some somehow I lost my pen. Oh, gonna lose my mind. I need a pen. Okay. Here's a pen. Let's hope it works. Okay. Well, I'm going to put on paper, and I'm going to put on my fridge, so I know what's there. But I'm going to have this book. Hey, Amanda! Long time no see. Bet that people that live in huge mansions with thousands of many restrooms, I bet they run out of TP often. Yes. But they also probably have people to go buy the toilet paper. So when I buy toilet paper, I buy one of the big packs of 24 equals 12 equals 24, or the 24 equals 48, or whatever ones, whenever they're on sale for under $10. The big ones, the 24 to 48. Don't I have rich clients? They stock up. No, only my youngest daughter. My youngest daughter is blind. My husband is legally blind, but my oldest daughter isn't. So, uh, we like um, we like not cottonelle, cashmere, but not the premium. The premium one gets too thick, and it can clog the toilet and stuff. We used to get cashmere when if cashmere is on sale, we'll buy cashmere, but I can't use cashmere in my basement toilet because the basement toilet, like we have 4 bathrooms, one in our bathroom, one in upstairs, one on the main floor, and one in the basement. The one in the basement always seems to get clogged up if you use too much toilet paper, and cashmere is thick and it doesn't dissolve as well, like when you're putting it in, and it clogs the toilet. And I hate unclogging the toilet because I'm the only one that does it. No, only my daughter. My daughter reads Braille. My husband does not. As he used to be able to read regular print, just really up close until he was about 35 or so, and then his sight went down a bit. But both of his parents are blind, but his sister's not. His mom had the condition that, like, the glaucoma. His father had cataracts, but had some sort of injury to the blindness. But they both raised a family, and they're both retired, and they go Dominican by themselves with their guide dogs and all that stuff. So, um, the blindness my youngest daughter has, there's a combination of things. So, the major thing was the glaucoma. Cashmere, so it might be Canadian thing. Hey Google, is cashmere toilet paper Canadian?
My apologies. I don't understand.
Yeah. Mega rolls of cottonelle. It's good. Plus, so that's the thing. I buy the mega roll. So cottonelle and cashmere are about the same. I think cashmere might be a Canadian company. Um, if you see at my grocery hauls, you'll see my toilet paper. That's the one I usually pick up. Or I do buy the Costco brand if there is no toilet paper on sale. If the Costco brand is on sale, I'll buy it because it's cheaper than anybody else's. It's good. Plus, yes, my husband works full time. He works for the federal government, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm not working right now. He works with. He's in charge of the Accessible Accommodation Adaptable Computer Technologies Department with the federal government. So they assess people in the government with various disabilities, set them up with technology so they can do their jobs. He also teaches web development and coding and programming and stuff for the techies and stuff, making web design accessible and all that stuff. He's very techy. Why don't y'all have? Well, my husband's allergic to dogs, and he doesn't need one right now. So if his sight gets worse, he just uses his cane for mobility. If his sight gets worse, and um, and that he would look into getting a seeing eye dog, and he would get one probably that's a poodle or something like that that's not allergenic. Um, my youngest daughter, it wouldn't be a viable thing to get a guide dog until she's ready to um, go to college or university and stuff like that. But she gets around with her cane and that and does mobility. Having a guide dog is a lot of responsibility. and they're expensive. Like, for example, a guide dog, just to train the guide dog, costs 30 grand. Not, it doesn't cost from us, but then also the upkeep and all that stuff. You have to have vet bills and everything. That's like thousands of dollars a year. Probably, because I've never heard of it, and I've been all over. No, nothing can correct his vision with glasses. The nearest cost 16 miles away, and bring him. We have never been there. I've never been to Sam's Club, but I've heard that Sam's Club is kind of like Costco. Remember, but I rarely shop there. There's guide dogs around. So my in-laws have guide dogs. They like and they found that it works well for them. But they fought getting guide dogs for a year. Like, when my mother-in-law didn't get a guide dog till she was in her 30s, and same with my father-in-law, was in his 30s or 40s. I quit shopping at Sam's more than 15 years ago. It's on opposite town. We have a Poop Winnie Dixie, Piggly Winky. Yeah, you have lots of interesting names for stores. I've been to a Publix before, and I've gone to the States. I've never been to those other ones, but Winnie Dixie and a Piggly Wiggly. It's like, it almost sounds like Disney characters. Like, we have Freshco, Loblaws, Superstore, Walmart, Food Basics, independent grocers. There's IGA, not near us, but which is Independent Grocers Association. What does well, she wants to be a writer. My daughter loves writing, so she's has a few books on the go, sci-fi fantasy type books. So she wants to be a writer, um, but I've told her that she has to go to school, college, university, to get skills to be employed, right? So I'm trying. She's interested also in psychology. She's actually taking that next year in high school. Psychology, anthropology, and psychology, something else. We have Heb. I've heard of Heb, or Heb. Sprouts. I've heard of Sprouts. We just got a Whole Foods here in Ottawa. It's downtown. But I've been trying to encourage her to do either law or psychology or that, because she's really smart. She really likes to argue. YouTube realtor. Wants to be a YouTube realtor. Cool. I've heard of Trader Joe's. I've never been to Trader Joe's. So yeah, my daughter's really my oldest daughter. She should be probably graduating, next year. We're unsure what she wants to do. She might want to be an EA or work with developmental service, get a developmental service worker, because right now she's doing co-op for that. I've tried to convince her to go in, like, maybe the trades and stuff like that, because she's really good with the hands-on stuff, but she doesn't want to do that. She'd like to do, also she's interested in, like, accounting. She's really good with math, but she has a bit of a learning disability, so language part is a bit of an issue with her. I mean, she's much better than, and she works really hard and she gets good grades. It just takes her a long time with the reading. So, yeah, my youngest, though, she's like, she loves science too. So she loves science and biology. As if you've seen her videos, I've put a link to her videos a couple times, and she loves singing. So, but she knows that the type of singing that she likes, well, she sings soprano, is very hard or rare to get employed in. And I've been very realistic with both my girls of, okay, you can have these dreams and you can do them. I have no problem for her to be a writer, but I'm like, look at J.R. Rowling's. Everybody who's been a writer, none of them were successful at first. So you need to have a job to pay the bills so that you can have time to write. And then once you are successful, then you could quit those other jobs. Yes, her channel's name is AJ Hyde. She used to have, it used to be named, oh, what was it? Mad Hatter. But then she says she's kind of like Jekyll, Mr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, so she puts the Hyde, like, and then her initials, so. At least there's, but, I have her linked on a few of my videos, especially on her singing videos, if you go there. So your sounds like Josh Turner, one of the clients' in-laws. Cool. Well, that's the thing. Like the type of singing that she does is soprano, and she doesn't like the type of music that's popular on the radio. So we have a new Aldi. That is awesome. I wish there was Aldi in Canada. There's no Aldi in Canada. There is an Aldi close to me. It's in Ogdensburg, New York. I have to travel over the border. It's about an hour, hour and a half. I've never been in Whole Foods yet. I've just heard it's expensive. But and I've heard good things about it, is that there's a lot of fancy convenience foods there. And healthy stuff. Oh. Okay, this is bananas. I think I'm going to be making some banana bread. Because I want to use this up. I don't want to put some of this back in the freezer. Oh, that's chicken wings. I'll put that with the fried chicken. That one I actually wrote. Chicken wings on. Well, yes, it's expensive looking. And these are frozen fruits for smoothies. I know what those are. That's in this one. And another turkey neck. So, yeah, so with the turkey, I keep the turkey necks to make stock when I do the carve the turkey. I don't use it for the stuffing and stuff, because the giblets we don't like. So that's another one from probably Thanksgiving, because I had the bones, and I think I made stock with them and forgot about the turkey neck. I just throw it usually back in the freezer. So my next batch of chicken ones, and that's more fruit. Okay. So these are for smoothies. And a turkey neck. And that's for smoothies too. Okay. That I think I'm throwing out. I have no idea what it is. But the chicken wings I'll put back. I will be right back. Oh, there we go. I've organized my freezer. I'm going to take this squash and I'm going to hide it in my Asian soup tonight, because I can do that. They're owned by Aldi now. Yes, I've heard that too. We have the German store coming. That is cool. Name like Whole Foods, I would think that they would have. So they do. So what I'm saying is convenience type foods of they that freshly cooked. So what they do have is a lot of Lidl and Aldi is like the same, just a little bit different from what I've read. Um, so Whole Foods has things like, for example, especially for like single people, like they'll have like freshly cut up salads and like chicken parmesan, like cooked in store, like of healthier foods in convenience single portions or family portions, kind of like, yeah, prepared foods. That's why I'm saying convenience foods versus, and they also have all the foods whole too, but they'll also have like, they'll have some canned or jarred stuff um, like a mango salsa or something like like foodie type stuff, like a fig preserve or you know aged balsamic reduction something, you know. But they have a lot of already chopped up vegetables and fruit for convenience, so they can grab those things and make them at home. I've only been to Vowels down across town. I've never heard of Vowels. So. Yeah, and if you find one more turkey, throw it out. Oh yes, I'll have to write that down. Turkey neck, so I don't. Or I just have to keep on. I have to make stock and can it. Because I think that was my plan was to do more canning. Hey, puppy breath. Yeah, well, you missed my freezer part. I'm just sitting here right now. Oh yes, and deli meats. I have 6 deli meat. So my list of the stuff that's in that freezer. So I have frozen conch, which I'll be making conch salad, which is a conch ceviche. I have 11 stuffed chicken breast things. So there's at least at least almost 3 meals of that, depending on. My brother likes to graze. Yes, Costco is great for taste testers. I have shrimp hargao and I have pizza pockets and pizza bites. I have 2 packages of bacon rounds. Well, I found another turkey neck. I just used the one in my other freezer. I'm making stock, and I just found another turkey neck. But I didn't find any cut up vegetable pieces for stock down here. But I did find a bunch of bags of cut fruit that got ripe and I put in the bags for make smoothies, as well as a whole bag of mashed bananas to make banana bread, which I will make today, tomorrow, depending on what time. Yeah, I have time to make it today. I found a flatbread in there to make a pizza or a bruschetta. Another package of tomatoes, frozen tomatoes. If you saw my freezer cooking day, I used 2 or 3 bags of frozen tomatoes. There's still one more bag. There's spicy fries. At least 2 meals, if not 3 meals of dumplings. We're going to have dumplings tonight for supper. Where I am, it's 10:27 in the morning. Eastern. I'm in Eastern Standard Time. Slept till 7. Wow. I found another pound of butter, so I have at least 4 pounds of butter in my freezers. I found breakfast egg cups, so there's breakfast there. I found more beef balls for soup. I found a fully cooked thing of chili, a thing of squash, frozen squash, a beef pot pie filling, some phyllo pastry, some fruit for smoothies, 6 chicken wings, a turkey neck, 6 packages of deli meat, and 2 chicken burgers. Well, I have some already in baggies for smoothies, but there's like this whole bag I'm going to have to make um, a big batch of banana bread. Yes, and conch. That was the first thing. Conch. Vowels is local here in it's kind of like here in Ontario is Farm Boy. It's a local grocery store. So, so my goal is that by the end of June, this freezer will hopefully be empty and or filled with freezer meals. So that my other freezers, there's some space to put stuff in. So when I do groceries on Thursday, I think all I'm picking up, I might pick up chicken. Depends, I'll have to see what's on sale. Yes, I do garden, but I don't have a large garden. I have 2 plots at the community garden, and I just got, I did have like 1 box here. I got 2 from Amazon that I to build, that I have to do in my yard, but it's not very good. I freeze and I can. I pressure can, I freeze, I dehydrate. I do it all. But the stuff that I'm taking out of my freezer that was down here, I'm going to make this. It's been in the freezer for a while. Gonna make myself a TV dinner. And I took out some cooked chicken that's going to go into the hot and sour soup I'm making for supper. So we're going to have hot sour soup and dumplings. And then I took out 2 muffins, which I don't know what type they were. They might have been apple ones. And I'll see if they defrost not hard, then I'll give them to my kids for lunches tomorrow. Otherwise, I might be giving them to the birds. Well, I like that. That's kind of my newest hobby is canning and stuff. Enchiladas would be good for the cooked chicken. Yeah, well, I've already making soup for tonight. Um, and my family, it's a hit and miss for enchiladas. I have to check if I have any more tortillas. See, that's another thing I have to pick up on Thursday, is I need to pick up tortillas, because I did some freezer meals and I used I kept a few in the tortilla bag to use. Canning vids are the best. Yes, I haven't done any canning since Christmas. Oh, I've been mad. Mm-hmm. I've done an enchilada casserole. My family's been okay. Um, when I've done enchiladas, they've liked them. But when it was all kind of broken up as a casserole, they ate it, but it wasn't their favorite thing. Same when I've done like a Mexican casserole, like a taco casserole, and they weren't too fond of it. They preferred it as tacos. So flautas. What's a flauta? Hey Google, What's a flota?
Floater, a person or thing that floats in particular.
No. Hey Google, what's a flota?
Floater, a person
No.
or thing that floats in particular.
You need to make meal plans from your freezer only till at least November. Yes, well, I'm going to be using the stuff in my freezer as my main thing for my meal plans. Only problem is that my family has to still eat it. Otherwise, conch edge. No, 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 no. I'm gonna make conch. That stuff is expensive. Conch. I'm gonna make the conch salad, which is ceviche. True, but the problem is I have to get my family on board. So, the stuff that I'm picking up on groceries on Thursday would be to supplement the stuff I already have on hand to make meals out of what I have. But as you can see, there's not a lot of actual meat so far. There's like been meals, so we have that, but not things to make. I have some meats, which I think I'll see what's on sale this week. If it's chicken, I might just pick up some chicken because I have a lot of beef. I have a lot of beef meals, my freezer meals, so that's good. I have a lot of cooked beef to make other things. You can do doctor stuff. They would never know. True, I do that a lot. I do doctor. She needs to use up, not fill freezers for now. Like, any more chicken until you use up. I need to get at least one thing of chicken if it's on sale. If it's not on sale, it might wait till 2 weeks from now. See, I'm still doing so. My goal is though, and I need to get this grocery haul that I'm going to be doing this week. I need to get milk and eggs, bread, the normal stuff. I need to get some fresh vegetables, and that because the garden's not even producing anything yet. Um, so it'll be a lot of fresh stuff, not frozen stuff, or things to use the stuff that's in here. So I'll need to get tortillas. I don't need taco shells. I do need to get, I do need to pick up oatmeal because I'm actually low on oatmeal. If I'm going to make oatmeal cookies or bread or oatmeal for breakfast, you put in what you have, get recipes for. Yes, I do that. Jen, in the future, use a black Sharpie marker to write on the bag before you. Yes. Well, that is my goal too, is to be more consistent in labeling my stuff, because these mystery meals, um, is not so fun. Oh, by the way, I took that chicken, the mystery meat, and I threw it in the stock pot upstairs. So I'm making a big pot of stock, which I will take some of that for soup today. Some of the stock I'm putting in the fridge to make rice um, tomorrow or Wednesday. Yes, I think my major thing for my own self, is to be better at labeling what I have and to put stuff away and to use the stuff. And see, the thing is, having a list, having it written down, I can go back, oh, I haven't used this. This has been here for a while. So now that I know that this is what my inventory is, I can use it. Watch Vanessa Lemonade, Mom. She cooks with. My oldest cooks, sometimes, but, okay, yeah, Lemonade Mom. Well, yes, I've gone online and typed in stuff. What to make? Well, so that's another thing I have to pick up. I have to pick up cheese. I have some mozzarella. So yes, love Lemonade Mom. But that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. Like, in my pantry, I have stuff of go-to meals. Flota. Hey Google, what is Flautah?
Sorry, I don't understand.
You're pronouncing it wrong to Google. Okay, flow, AU is O, or flata. AU says O. Flow, flata. Hey Google, what's flauta?
Flauta, a Mexican dish consisting of a tortilla that is rolled around a filling of meat and cheese and then fried.
Okay, kind of like a tostito, not tostito. Um, not a tostito. What's it called? A little. See, I was saying flat. Um, you can get them. I can get them at Costco. I have some in my upstairs for you. Is it open faced or if it's rolled and deep fried? Ooh, and I have. It's rolled. Okay, so it's like a tortilla, like but opened ends. Big mind. Okay. On Wikipedia. You can also Google image search picture. Sort of like a taquito. That's what it was. A taquito, but you use. Okay, so use the bigger. Okay. Ooh. Baked is healthier. Fried is probably tastes better. Yeah, my family likes Mexican, so so yeah, I could do that too. So I have things. Yeah, I haven't even looked at the flyers of what's on sale. We don't fry them here. It's probably healthier too. Um, we we eat Mexican, we eat Indian, we eat Asian, eat North American, of course. The filling usually is rolled up inside, so it looks like a flute. Okay, cool. Yes, I do like. Well, see, I like grocery shopping. It is a hobby of mine. I enjoy it. Also, I have, as I said, I have a food insecurity issue. So that's why but I know that I need to use up the stuff in my freezers because otherwise they're just going to go bad, right? So that's what I'm trying to do is to inventory my stuff so I know what's there so I don't have to keep on buying certain things. Um, but also my family is used to certain foods that they like, which I might not have the ingredients for. So while I'm using up the stuff in the freezer, I'm going to do a low spend. So that's why I'm not going to spend the significant amount of money that I normally spend on groceries to restock my fridge, freezer, pantry. So it's so it's more of a working pantry. Oh, sorry, taquito, tostados. Two are open. Oh yes, we have those too in the Mexican section. Tostados. I was thinking cholopas. See, we don't have a huge Mexican community here, so we have some at Mexican. Oh, Donna, I won't say the T word. She doesn't like me saying the word TACO because I say it wrong. So, I won't say that word anymore. But I was going to say, I have those shells kits in my cupboard. So we might be having that once a week in June. Either that or fajitas, which I have also kits for. Yes. I'm almost in Mexico. Yes. Well, I say it different than most people. Well, other people laugh at me saying it too, so I'm fine with that. That's it properly, and it's like figure. Yes, you don't like me saying the TACO. Not long. Oh, taquito. Yeah, taquito. Yeah, we can get those at the store or at Costco. My kiddos love Whataburger. They are building our second Whataburger here. Hey Google, is there a Whataburger in Ottawa?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Hey Google, where is the closest Whataburger?
The address for the King Eddie is 45 Clarence Street, Ottawa, on K1N5P4.
Hey Google, where is the closest Whataburger?
The address for the King Eddie is 45 Clarence Street, Ottawa, on
Research to see what it looks
K1N5P4.
like. Well, hey Google, what is a Whataburger?
According to Wikipedia, Whataburger is an American privately held regional fast food restaurant chain based in San Antonio, Texas, that specializes in hamburgers.
There you go. Apparently Google didn't like me. A chimichanga is basically a deep fried burrito. No Whataburgers. Google is slow to Cyber Ambient last night. Yeah, Google, and it changed between boy voice and girl voice. It was not liking me. Well, thanks for stopping by and keeping me entertained while I inventoried the freezer. You now know what I'm starting off with these two freezers and what's going to be the main ingredients of my meals in June. Hey, Texans, are y'all going to get any rain from Hurricane Alberta, or are you too far west for it? When there's hurricanes in the States there, they become like tropical storms up here, and we just get lots of rain. Depends on where they go. Because all the ones that start near like Florida and Texas and stuff, they come up the coast ish, and they come up towards Ontario. But we don't get hurricanes or tornadoes here. There hasn't been a tornado in Ottawa ever. There's tornado warnings. There's been ones just outside of Ottawa, like in the little towns outside. But literally, there's been, I think, like 5 or 6, and they've been small ones. The most natural disasters we get here is flooding from the rivers. And we've had earthquakes, but not major ones. Because we are on the Canadian Shield, which is a big, huge, large rock, which is actually fairly stable. And we get snowstorms. We can get snowed in. That's about the extent. But the rest of the year, we just get regular extreme weather-ish, like extreme rains for flooding. Usually in the spring, but this spring we did not have a very wet spring, which is good because last year there was a lot of flooding from we had a very wet spring, a wet summer. My phone battery is 29. We get tornadoes and floods when I was there. Texas coast sure does get hurricanes. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if I could. Having all those extreme weather patterns, I don't think I could live with. I can deal with snow. I know like we have fair enough warning that snow is going to come, and every time that there's a snowstorm, I just always prepare that we're going to lose power or whatever, and just make sure there's enough food in the house, and make sure that there's enough food that we could eat and or heat up without having to use power. Um, I mean, we have a barbecue. We do have a camping stove that I can get out from the garage, and little propane tank from that, so we could use that too. Do you like beaches? I love beaches. This is why I like going down south in the summer, because I love beaches. I love ocean. I don't like the hot, but if I'm by the beach or by the water to cool off, I'm good. So I would love to make good investments so that I could go down south all the time. When we get old and retire, like be snowbirds and live down south or for half the year. But that is probably not going to be possible. Maybe vacations, but or my kids just have to get really good jobs and get a place where we can visit that has really nice weather in the summertime or wintertime. Our goal is to have our kids be supporting us. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I remember a funny story. Brother, when he was working at Whataburger, person, I go, I want a Whataburger chicken with a Whataburger. No, still duck here. That's right. Yes, $50 a week starts June 1st. So that's why I'm doing grocery shopping on May. Wait, how many days in May? 31st, the day before, on Thursday, because Friday is the June 1st. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. Has 31. But I don't think I'm going to be using my whole amount because the things I have to pick up, I have to pick up cat food and cat litter. Um, cat food, cat litter, rice, oatmeal, tortillas, milk, bread, eggs, cream. I know I'm low-ish on rice. I don't need flour. I don't need sugar. I don't need anything like that. Like right now, I think I have like 2, maybe even 3 eggs that will last me um till Thursday. Oh, I have to pick up some healthy-ish stuff. I need to pick up like from Costco some flax seeds and some nuts. I think that's it. Hey Tom Tom, how's it going? It took me a while to get the joke when you told it to me. How do you store large amounts of flour? I buy my flour in like the 10 kilogram bags, and I have 5 gallon. I have a 5 gallon jug, like it's a jar with a metal lid, and the rest I put in 1 or 2 liter mason jars, and I put them on a shelf in my garage. It took me. Her name is Missy. So, yeah, and I'm pretty sure she's the one, like Missy from Antonio, Texas, I think. And Donna's from Alabama. And Jolan, where are you guys? And Puppy's Breath is from California, I think. Or, uh, Rosie, but Puppy is fine. Rosie, yes. Rosie. And you're in California, I think? You're 3. Sorry. Elkhart keeps wanting to change he to you. Yes, see? I remember. From Jonestown, Texas. So, now, is Jonestown the place where back in the 70s, 80s, where they drank Kool-Aid? Or is that a different Jonestown? No. Missy, do you make those Russian things that look like Hot Pockets with ground meat and shredded cabbage inside? I forgot the name. Starts with roulades? Roulades? Different Jonestown. Okay, I think we had this discussion before. South American, yeah. Yeah, I was like, now that I've said it, I'm like, my brain's like, oh yes, I think we've had this discussion before. Vaguely remember. Only losing my mind. Oh, so you're near Austin too. So, Missy, who's the eat poop person's in Austin, Texas, is northern South America. Yes. I just remember Jonestown, and it's kind of like with Ottawa. So there's more than one Ottawa. There's Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. There's Ottawa in the States. There's Ottawa, I think, in Australia. It's a beautiful place. You should look it up in photos. Yes. Well, Texas looks like a beautiful place. I've seen it in shows and stuff like that. Like we watch a lot of cooking shows, and like Guy Fieri goes. He does like diners and dives and stuff like that. He does a lot, and then there's another one that does a lot of barbecue places, and like there's lots of barbecue stuff in Texas. Oh, the states, beautiful country. It just sometimes the the violence. There's a Paris, Texas, an Eiffel Tower with a cowboy. Austin, and love the country around it. Cool. Sorry, Missy's in Antonio. Another one that starts with A. Austin or Antonio? Be fun to see. Probably not as big as the one in France. I think they would have issues. Yeah, if you guys ever come up to Canada, go to Toronto, check out the CN Tower, the largest standing building, freestanding tower building. The other one, the one that's in India now, is a different type of building. I think it's still the largest. There's lots of things to do in Toronto. There's lots of things to do in Ottawa, but Ottawa, we have our Parliament here. So you can go in and sign up for a tour, and you can see where the Prime Minister, his office and all that stuff is, where they deal with all the politics and stuff, where the Senate is. You could sometimes even meet a bunch of politicians. And there's lots of, like, on Parliament Hill, on the grasses of Parliament Hill, um, that's where lots of concerts and lots of, like, actually, during the week, there's a couple, they have, like, yoga on the Parliament Hill. So there's big, huge yoga classes, free yoga classes on there. A lot of concerts happen there during the summertime. People can picnic there, party. It's very laid back. And then Canada Day there is just crazy. We don't go downtown for Canada Day because it's just too many people. We tend to stay out here, either in Canada, or we go even further west to Stittsville and do Canada Day, where it's much smaller crowds, and they still have, like, music and food and stuff like that. Just not as big bands. More local bands that do covers of songs and stuff like that, which is fine. Versus being amongst major crowds with major security and all that stuff. There's actually an argument over Paris, Texas, and Paris, Tennessee. They'll have hotels that were exactly the same, so Paris, Texas decided, but I kind of way how on, and it would be. Well, yes, because everything is bigger in Texas. That's what goes around here. Everybody, when you hear Texas, everything's bigger in Texas. You get a steak, it's like the size of your plate in Texas. You get a meal, like, you can't finish the meal because it's so big in Texas, you know? It might be a stereotype that everything's bigger in Texas, but they portray it, and they roll with it type thing. So, but I should let you go. I'm gonna go grab something to eat and start making banana bread, I think. Gotta go find a recipe and get that going. And probably drain my stock. So everybody have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope to see you guys. I'll probably be live tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow afternoon, evening. The only thing that isn't bigger in Texas is trees, juniper trees. Well, here we got lots. Here in Canada, like especially Ontario, we have lots of trees. Like our trees are like hundreds of feet tall. Like 4 or 5 stories tall. Um, just everywhere you go. We got and then we have big fat trees too. So, have a great day. Bye.